Hey, what's up everyone? Today we're going to be taking a look at Lightning, another versatile assassin character. Similar to Onion Knight, she has the ability to change between being an up-close melee character in the commando role, or long-range magic attacker in her Ravager role. Unlike the Onion Knight though, she has the ability to change her role immediately, shifting to whatever suits her best at the moment. Each role has a slightly reduced moveset with only 5 bravery moves. Because you can shift between each role at will though, you can kind of think of it as 10 moves. Her moveset is pretty standard, nothing too out of the ordinary. There's just about a move for every situation though, which is good. Her commando moveset is filled with fast and strong attacks, allowing her to deal some quick damage to targets. All of her attacks are front facing though, so there's no vertical mobility with her attacks like you would see in a character like Zidane or Kuja. On the Ravager side, she has a pretty good variety of fast and somewhat slow projectiles with varying degrees of AoE. So like I said, she's pretty versatile. One of the biggest things about Lightning seems to be really knowing when to be in each role and when to use each move. Her unique X skill is Army of One, which is just a straightforward high damage bravery attack chain that also heals her. So it can be really useful if you're low on health, or if you can catch someone off guard and deal a lot of bravery damage. So on top of her good bravery moveset, she has some really good HP attacks as well. We're going to take a look at 2 of them in this video, but her others are also pretty strong. The first video we're going to watch is from the YouTuber Shiro Momo, and the HP attack he's going to use is Thunderfall. It's a long range attack with some pretty good vertical coverage. Lightning players can kind of use that to cover in team comps when there's no marksman character or any other good long-range HP finisher. Alright, so let's jump into it and you'll see what I mean. Alright, so looking at the lineup here, we've got Lightning, Vaughn, and Kayn for the blue team going up against Furion, Cecil, and Kayn for the red team. Now, I'd say red team kind of has the advantage here just because they have Vanguard characters going up against a group of assassins in Lightning and Kayn, so they have a slight type advantage here. Blue team's going to have to kind of utilize their mobility and their HP attacks here to kind of get an advantage on the red team. So Lightning starting off in her Ravager form here, you see she's kind of just staying above everybody, able to connect with her Thunderfall HP attack there on Furion while he was focusing on someone else. I just want to point out real quick, in the bottom left corner of the screen right beside where Lightning's bravery is, you see ATK in red letters. That's where you're going to see what her role is. That's her commando form, she just switched. She was in Ravager form. The terms are different in Japanese, I presume, just because it's saying ATK instead of COM. And for Ravager, it says BLA, which stands for Blaster, which is the Ravager form. So whenever it's blue letters in BLA, that is her Ravager form, which is her spellcasting form. And when it says ATK, that's her commando form, which is the melee and up-close attacker. So I just want to point that out and keep an eye on that so you can see what form she's in. So anyways, you see that she's right now switching back into her Ravager form. She wasn't able to get up close on anybody, so she's going to shoot some of her attacks off. Looks like Vaughn and Kayn are both able to get some HP damage off on the enemies as well, kind of dropping the red team's health already down a little bit. Looks like Kayn was just getting one there off on Vaughn as well. So right off the bat, like I said, they're kind of using their mobility here, trying to keep the red team separated and making it hard for them to work together. Looks like they were able to kind of combo on Kayn though, caught him with some bravery damage, dealing some HP damage as well. But in that time period, Lightning was able to break the summoning stone herself and get a lot of the summon gauge going. She's going to switch to her Ravager form here. Furion caught her with one of his attacks, but she's able to use that Blizzara of hers. It's kind of a delayed attack, so it interrupted his combo. Now she's going to catch Thunderfall again there on Furion, dropping red team's health bars really low. One of the red team members has Brave Magnet, so you see the blue team just trying to dodge out of the way of it. Lightning got hit with it a little bit, but didn't take too much damage. The summoning stone is going to spawn. It was in a pretty good position for the blue team. They were all able to back away and just go right towards it and hit it with some attacks, going to allow blue team to get their summon gauge full and summon Shiva here. They've been really aggressive so far, kind of keeping up a really high pace, so we'll see if they can utilize Shiva to pick up some kills. She's going to get knocked away here by Cecil, but that's going to allow Vaughn to come in while he was in that attack animation, actually pick up a kill there on him, dealing the first killing blow of the game. Lightning trying to dodge one of Vaughn's attacks there. Vaughn's going to get hit by Shiva. Lightning tries to follow up with it in her commando form, was not able to get there in time. He was able to dodge out of the way. So right now she's kind of getting surrounded by red team members here. You see her just kind of looking around. She's going to move in on Furion here. I just want to point out one of the great benefits of Lightning, kind of like I was saying at the beginning, is that her attacks are really fast in this commando role. So these blue orbs circling Furion, that's Shiva's attacks. And what Lightning's trying to do right now is, even though Furion's guarding, she's just trying to lock him in position, making it where he's not going to be able to escape Shiva's attack here. So she's just attacking his shield and not finishing the entire bravery attack, because that would knock him away. She's just doing single attacks. So you see her just doing those really quickly. It's actually going to get him to drop shield and just kind of lock him in position. Furion does try to just throw out some counter attacks there, knowing he's not going to be able to dodge away. He just wanted to deal a little bit of damage to Lightning. But it did lead to him getting hit by Shiva, and then actually blue team Vaughn was able to pick up the kill on Furion as he was knocked away. So dropping red team down to 1 health bar already. Now Lightning is moving in on red team's Vaughn here. She used that Binga, was not able to connect with him on it though. He was able to kind of dash out of the way. She nor Kane was really able to keep up with him. But she's still kind of keeping an eye on him right now. She's turned towards Cecil. She tries to connect with an attack there on Vaughn. Not able to connect with anything though. She actually takes a fireball from him, breaking her bravery. She's going to quickly switch back to her Ravager form here and throw out her dash attack from that form, which has way longer range than any of your attacks from Commando would. And I just want to point it out real quick. You see this lightning strike that kind of just came from Lightning. It's called Thunderfall. It's just one of her really strong moves though in her Ravager form. You see it a lot. It's her dash attack. It's a really quick attack. She can just throw it out really fast. And it travels a pretty far distance. It reached all the way to Vaughn. You see it has a really good vertical hitbox as well. And it has decent tracking. So it's just one of her stronger moves. You'll see that kind of thrown out a lot when she's in Ravager form. She also had just used that Mighty Strikes X skill of hers, which allows her to get more bravery from attacks. So she gained 1100 bravery from that attack right there. She's immediately going to throw out that Thunderfall from behind this rock here where Furion couldn't really see her, dealing a ton of damage to him. Now, looks like Vaughn was able to pick up a kill there on Kane. It looks like Cecil was trying to move in though to follow up on Kane and actually pick up the kill on him. He was using an HP attack at the time. But Lightning was able to get over there, use her Thunderfall on him while he was stuck in his HP attack animation, and pick up that kill. So really good job here by the blue team. I think Lightning did a fantastic job, and they did a really good job of playing to their strengths. Even though they're going up against two Vanguard characters as a composition with two Assassins, you immediately think, oh, okay, Vanguard usually has an advantage over Assassins, and that's true. But they were able to kind of play to their strengths in the sense that Assassin characters are really fast. So they just kind of didn't take a full-fledged fight. They were just really smart about how they played. They just kept throwing out HP attacks when it was safe and not really rushing into a 3 versus 3 fight. They just kind of kept picking off little attacks, trying to get 1v1s and trying to double team people whenever they could, and just not allowing themselves to get caught by Furion and his long attack chains or anything that Cecil was able to lock down either. So really just smart play by the blue team and really good play there by Lightning. I mostly wanted to highlight this match because I think it kind of showcased that Thunderfall HP attack, which I think is really strong, and just the fact that she can kind of have really good long range options in that Ravager form just for bravery attacks, but also having that Thunderfall to kind of follow up with her teammates and also just attack from a distance whenever nobody else on her team really has a long range HP attack. So she can kind of fill that role, you know, with that Thunderfall. It's strong HP attack, so I don't think she's really losing much by filling that role. And yeah, I think she can do a really good job of being a makeshift marksman character if you need one, but also being able to be up in people's faces in that commando role as well. So just a really good showing here by Lightning. Alright, so moving on into our next match here, we're switching YouTubers. We're going to be looking at a YouTuber named Minute, another really great Lightning player, and we're also going to be changing HP attacks to one called Lightning Strike. It's a close range HP attack this time, but it's really fast and has pretty decent range for being up close. So you'll see it in action. It's a really strong HP attack. Alright, so our blue team here is going to be Lightning, Sephiroth, and Y'shtola, going up against Shantoto, Sephiroth, and Kane. So balanced teams on both sides, each one having a Vanguard, Marksman, and Assassin, so Lightning isn't really going to have to fill that long-range role that we kind of saw in the last game. But because both teams are a bit slower than the double Assassin comp that we saw last game, we're definitely going to go back into that projectile-heavy startup here, where both teams kind of throwing out projectiles and just kind of poking at their opponents. The red team Sephiroth tried to get a little aggressive here. Red team moved in, so Lightning immediately switched into Commando, tried to throw out some attacks, but as everyone backs up again, she once again switches to Ravager and is throwing out her projectiles once more. She's throwing out Watera, which is a slower projectile, but it lasts a long time. It's a really good zoning tool. And you see her using that Thundergut as well, just dealing a lot of damage and kind of trying to zone the red team back and off of Y'shtola. So the Summoning Stone starts to spawn, she switches into Commando form so she can deal a little bit more damage, hits it once, but she saw Red's team Sephiroth moving towards her, so she just backs away safely and doesn't really want to try and pick a fight with him. So as Kane's kind of getting zoned out here by Y'shtola's Spiritual Ray, Lightning's actually kind of trying to keep an eye on him as he's trying to flank. It's going to allow Red Team Sephiroth to move towards her and actually connect with an attack, but just one attack, he then moves away. Looks like Lightning is moving over towards Kane, but Sephiroth kind of had him handled, so now she's moving over towards the Red Team Sephiroth right now. She's actually changing her target towards Shantoto. Gonna use that army of one, but Shantoto's able to guard all of it. And Kane tries to move in to follow up, but Lightning able to kind of guard his attack as well. So kind of just resetting the situation here, she moved away. Looks like Sephiroth was trying to move in towards the Summoning Stone. He was kind of dashing. Lightning caught him with one of her really quick bravery attacks, put him on the wall, and used that Lightning Strike, picking up a lot of HP damage there on Sephiroth. Now blue team is going to try to summon here. They filled up their gauge now. They are actually going to get it off here. He cuts out the animation there, but they're going to have Ramuh active now. Looks like Lightning is kind of just trying to figure out who she wants to target. She's eyeing Shantoto right now, but the blue team is kind of grouped up a little bit, so she throws out her HP regain, trying to help her two teammates rebuild some of their health. Now it looks like her teammate Sephiroth's going to use his X skill to slow the red team down, so now is the time to go in. She's going to move in on Shantoto, who had a ton of bravery, trying to catch her with some attacks, but Shantoto uses her X skill to teleport away. Kain was in the middle of attacking blue team Sephiroth though, so she does catch him with that really quick lightning strike, dealing some HP damage to him. She tries to catch an attack on Sephiroth, but he's able to shield it. Sephiroth kind of baits her in. She throws out an attack, but he's able to dodge out of the way of it, and then follow up with an attack there on her. She's now just kind of trying to dodge out of the way of the red team. She switches back to Ravager, throwing out a Watara, trying to use her dash attack there, just kind of pushing them back a little bit. Red team's being really aggressive here, so she doesn't want to kind of feed that. She's just trying to use her projectiles to kind of zone them backwards. So she's going to switch back to her commando form here. She's going to catch Shantoto with an attack, and this is a really smart move, so I just really want to point this out. It's really cool. So she attacks Shantoto there with one of her bravery attacks, and she kind of cuts it off short. She could have kept going, finished the combo off, and knocked Shantoto away, dealing a little bit more bravery damage and gaining some herself. But if you look at the minimap, you see Kain is really close to her and is actually targeting her. You can see the blue target bar coming off to the right side of the screen here on top of Lightning. So she notices this, sees him coming, and he's pretty close. So what she's going to do is, instead of finishing off that attack, leaving herself vulnerable in an attack animation so Kain can follow up on her, she's going to stop it short right here, immediately turn to target Kain. As he's dashing, throw out that really fast lightning strike and pick up the kill there on him. So really great bait there, and just really smart move and kind of knowing how your attacks work there by Lightning. So great job by her. So she backs up a little bit, just kind of figuring out where she wants to go in. She's kind of dueling with Kain a little bit. She's actually going to catch him with her army of one, dealing a lot of bravery damage to him. She's got over 3,500 here, so she could pick up a kill if she can connect. She tried to throw one out on Shantoto, does not connect with it though, and Kain actually punishes her a little bit for it. She is going to catch Shantoto with an attack though. Gonna wall rush her, try to use Lightning Strike, but Y'shtola's Spiritual Ray attack finally went off and actually dealt damage to her instead. Looks like Blue Team Sephiroth was able to pick up a kill there on Red Team Sephiroth though, so putting Blue Team in a really good spot here. So Red Team Sephiroth's using his X skill, which is going to slow Lightning down. You see that kind of spiral around her. She's trying to catch him right now, but because she's slow, she's not able to connect with him on any attacks, not able to really keep up with him. So she just has to play a little safer here. So Red Team tries to summon here. Shantoto tries to go for it, with Blue Team really kind of surrounding her. As she's in that summon animation, it kind of happened really quickly, but Lightning's able to just pick up a kill there on her. So kind of an error on Shantoto's part to try and summon so close to the enemy, especially considering how quick Lightning's attacks are. She wasn't really able to dodge out of the way, but really smart play there by Lightning to make that happen, to realize the situation for what it was and pick up that kill. So great job there by the blue team, really dominant performance here. But some especially great play here by Lightning. I really love this match. I think she does a really good job using her tools correctly. The way she uses that Lightning Strike to bait Kain in, knowing how fast that Lightning Strike attack is, I think that was a really, really smart job. And she also does a really good job of switching between her commando role and her Ravager role depending on the situation. As the red team starts to kind of overstep their bounds and be a little aggressive to the point where, blue team can't quite handle it, she switches to that Ravager form to kind of help zone them out and keep them off of Y'shtola. And as soon as, they kind of disperse a little bit and they've kind of on the back foot, she switches back to that commando role and just rushes in, able to kind of connect with some attacks, or at least try to. So just really smart play there, really understanding the two roles and knowing when to use them, and also just understanding her team composition and knowing when she needs to protect Y'shtola with some of her zoning projectiles, or whenever she can go in and start being offensive. So just really great job here. Really like the way Manute plays, so just wanted to really highlight this match. Alright, so going into our last matchup here, Lightning sticking with that Lightning Strike HP attack. We're going to have Lightning, Sephiroth, and Tidus for the blue team going up against Tidus, Y'shtola, and Warrior of Light. So right off the bat, you kind of see that red team's got the advantage for her marksman character, so Lightning's going to have to kind of stick back and play the marksman for her team as best she can. Just kind of utilizing her ability to switch back and forth between Commando and Ravager whenever the situation arises. So she starts off in this Ravager form, she's throwing out some of her attacks. Tidus is trying to move in on her, but she's able to kind of dodge away. She dropped those fire projectiles, kind of just trying to zone him away, and he just kind of dashes out. Now she's sticking with her team here, she's trying to kind of move away from the red team right now. She's throwing out some of her Ravager attacks from the other side of this structure here where no one can see her. She has some target attacks like that Blizzara attack, which she can do from on the other side of structures. So still just kind of throwing out some projectiles. You see her two teammates kind of moving in. The summoning stone is going to spawn, but Tidus actually catches her with an attack as it spawns, just dealing a little bit of bravery damage to her. Now, looks like blue team did get the better part of that summoning gauge. She moves kind of over towards Titus, but he starts that slice and dice on Sephiroth. She's not going to be able to interrupt it with any of her attacks, so she just moves away out of harm's way. Titus is going to use that great mobility of his. He's going to come out of nowhere and just kind of hit her with an attack once again. She gained a little bit of her bravery back though with that Thunderga attack. She's going to throw it out once again, connecting a little bit more there on YOSHITAKA, building up her bravery quite a bit more. She's going to dodge YOSHITAKA's HP attack there. She's actually going to move in on Warrior of Light, breaking his bravery, knocking him away, and building hers up over 3,500, which is the magic number to pick up a kill on anybody on the map. So you see the red team is all kind of focusing on her right now. She's trying to move out of the way, but there's really no way she's going to be able to escape. Her two teammates are on the other side of the map. So she just resigns herself to summon, get Shiva out, and takes the hit that she was just going to have to take anyway. So she loses a lot of HP there, but not enough to kill, fortunately. She's going to be able to use her HP regain X skill. She uses it right there. So her and Sephiroth are going to start taking back their health. And you see blue team is really just grouping up right now. She and Sephiroth using some of her projectiles, picking up a little bit of bravery there. So Lightning is trying to move in there on Titus. They're trying to make some use out of the Shiva summon, but so far really nothing's happening. Titus able to dodge Shiva's attack, so she wasn't able to follow up on anything. She moves towards Warrior of Light. He actually knocks her away right into Titus. She tries to turn him and use her HP attack, which is one of her faster attacks, but Titus is able to catch her with his bravery attack instead. So now she's trying to kind of catch back up. Titus tries to push her away. She's going to use that Aurora bravery attack that she has. It's kind of a slow projectile, so it kind of helps with zoning. You saw it push Titus back there. Now she's kind of moved over to the other side of the red team here. Now she's switched back towards her team. She goes into that Ravager form now. She tried to move in as Commando, didn't really see any opportunity, so she switched back to Ravager. She gets knocked away there by Titus, so she's going to just start casting some of her spells there. She uses that Thunderga, but does not connect. She's going to keep trying that Thunderga though. She does get some damage there off on YOSHITAKA. Looks like they were able to pick up a kill there on Sephiroth though, so she's going to kind of just move away, trying not to get caught out in the 2v3 here. Blue team is going to drop down here with only 2 health bars left. So this is a pretty sweet setup, I just kind of want to point out. So Lightning has once again used that Blizzara on the other side of a structure where no one can really see her. She's going to connect with it here on YOSHITAKA, actually picking up a little bit of bravery damage. It's actually going to set up YOSHITAKA and Warrior of Light to be right in her path to use Army of One on. Now I just want to point out real quick before we keep going, she built up a ton of bravery using that Army of One on YOSHITAKA and Warrior of Light. But at the same time, she just gained back over half of her health bar too, or just about half of her health bar using that. So it was a really great idea to use that at that time when she had that opportunity and building up her health after taking that big HP attack early on in the game. So YOSHITAKA had just recovered from taking that hit from Army of One. She was targeting someone else and not focusing on Lightning for a second. Lightning had just immediately turned, used that Lightning Strike on her, and is about to pick up a kill on her. So a great chain of actions there by Lightning, pretty smart decision making. So that evens the game back up 2 health bars apiece. Lightning right now is keeping her eyes there on Warrior of Light. He's going to knock her away with his dash attack. You see Sephiroth moving in with her though. They're both trying to kind of combo on Warrior of Light. Neither one of them really has a lot of bravery though, so didn't really commit to any HP attack. So Lightning is still chasing Warrior of Light. She's actually going to catch him with Thunderga, but he's going to use that Holy Chain to force her to target him. That's going to allow the red team to summon here. They were all kind of safe because everyone's locked into targeting Warrior of Light right now. And Lightning's just gonna kind of back up, not giving Titus the opportunity to hit her while she can't target Titus. But now that Holy Chain has ended, she can target whoever she pleases. You see she's still trying to throw out that Thunderga from kind of behind, trying to help support Sephiroth there, but that's gonna allow Titus to move in with that mobility, pick up an attack there on her. She's using that Aurora attack once again, just kind of trying to help out her teammates, kind of be that support. But Sephiroth unfortunately was caught with Slice and Dice once again by Titus, and that sets blue team down to 1 health bar now. Looks like everyone's kind of brawling in this little area over here. Lightning's going to pick up a Lightning Strike there on Warrior of Light, dealing a lot of damage to him. Everyone kind of draining some bravery attacks there as well. Lightning's actually pretty lucky. She got caught by Shiva, but no one really followed up on that attack. Sephiroth had moved into kind of an unsafe position once again right there, kind of surrounded by the red team. So Lightning did a great job being a support character, using that Thunderga and kind of knocking them away, kind of making it a lot safer there for Sephiroth. So he's used that X skill Sephiroth has. You see that giant green aura. It kind of slows enemies near him. So you see blue team's trying to be kind of aggressive there. You saw Lightning kind of going in with that commando role. You see your teammates kind of pushing in as well. But now that's ended, you see everyone's kind of scattered a little bit. Lightning is just kind of dashing around trying to figure out how to go in. She's still in that commando role. She'll probably switch to Ravager soon or either go in. She's actually going to choose to go in here. She's going to use that Army of One attack there on YOSHITAKA while YOSHITAKA was doing a different attack there. She throws out that Lightning Strike as Titus was dashing, hoping he would keep dashing towards her, but he actually cut it short, so a smart move there by Titus, but a good try there by Lightning. Now, Warrior of Light's use that Holy Chain once again. He rushes in to try to use an HP attack there on a dashing Lightning. She dodges backwards though, kind of baiting him forward, and then catches him with Lightning Strike. So a really smart play there by Lightning, a great bait and great defensive play. So there's 10 seconds left in this game. It's just about to end here. She's going to catch Y'shtola with that Thunderga attack, turn her attention to Warrior of Light and catching him with a Bravery attack. Now, I want to point out, she's got Warrior of Light locked down in an attack right there. You see Titus, he's about to turn his attention over to Lightning, noticing that she's in that attack animation. But fortunate for Lightning, her attacks are incredibly fast. She's able to end that attack animation really quickly, turn her attention to Titus as he's dashing towards her, and catch him with that Lightning Strike, actually picking up victory with less than a second in the game. So kind of a photo finish there here for the blue team. So that last interaction highlights one of the really great things about Lightning is just how fast her bravery attacks can be. So even though Titus is one of the speedier characters in the game, probably one of the speediest characters in the game, he tries to dash over to Lightning, but she's able to finish her bravery attack and get that Lightning Strike off on him before he can even react to it. So a really great example of the speed that Lightning has. I particularly like this game because it kind of highlights a little bit of everything from Lightning. It's kind of a longer game, so you got to see her playing that kind of makeshift marksman role, kind of using that Ravager form to her team's advantage, trying to play support. She was watching after Sephiroth as much as she could, using those Thundergas to kind of zone people out and also kind of just help him. And just also at the same time, able to switch into that commando form, use that Lightning Strike to pick up kills, using her army of one to utilize its HP regain, and also just build up a ton of bravery and lockdown on enemies. So just kind of a little bit of everything. A pretty good showing there by Lightning. You see by her score, she did a really good job this game. So as you can see from these videos, Lightning is a bit of a jack of all trades. She can kind of do a lot of things well. She's not incredibly proficient at any one thing. When you think of assassins, you might think of other more up-close heavy characters like Titus or Squall, ones who can really build up a ton of bravery up in your face. Lightning might not have as many options up close as those characters do, but she's got more options across the board, and that's what can make her strong. She can cover roles that your team needs at a second's notice, and she can really kind of capitalize on the weaknesses that your opponents are hoping that you can't capitalize on. You know, if they aren't built to handle someone who can attack them from long range with zoning projectiles, or if they're not built to handle 3 up-in-your-face assassins like we see in this game, she can really kind of help her team take advantage of those flaws. So she's a really good character when you need someone that can fill a variety of roles, or if you need a character that can kind of cover a little bit of everything in a situation. Like, for example, if you're trying to run a team where you have 2 characters that feed off of each other and you're trying to do a specific thing, maybe you don't have all the other tools necessary, like having a marksman character or having, you know, a strong assassin character that you might need. So she's great for kind of filling a couple of different gaps in your team and allowing the other 2 members of your team to kind of focus on something else if need be. So, you know, she kind of just helps fill that variety, kind of fill those gaps in your team. And even though she may not be as proficient as being an up-close assassin like Squall or Titus, she definitely can get the job done, as you saw in some of these games. Her HP attacks are really strong, and she can build up a lot of bravery with that army of one and some of her other bravery attacks. So she's definitely a force to be reckoned with. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this overview of Lightning. Definitely check out the 2 YouTubers that I use videos from. Their channels are linked down below, so give them a look. Thanks again for watching as always, guys, and I will see you next time with another video. Have a good one.